so today we are going to do a lab called Shoot for a Grade, and the whole purpose is to do the work that's needed to predict where your marble is going to land after it rolls off of this ramp, and then you'll place your target there, and your grade will be greatly impacted by whether or not you make the marble in the target. You are being asked to create a poster that should look something like this, and we'll give you a closer look of that here at the end of the video. But basically, you're going to create a diagram or a drawing that's going to show what your setup is, and then you'll be asked to record some of your data on the poster as well. Your instructions say that you need to set up your ramp by propping it on the wooden block. This is the wooden block. Make sure that you use tape to secure it. Right now I have tape placed underneath the ramp right here on the block, as well as on the table, to make sure that the bottom of the ramp does not move. You decide how steep you want to make it, but just keep in mind the steeper it gets, it becomes more difficult to stabilize your ramp and to get more reliable results with your marble. It says that you need to set up your photo gate. You only need one this time. And notice that I have it placed upside down. Remember, the sensor is on the little parts that are sticking out. So we need this marble to roll through that sensor. So we have to place it upside down. Make sure that it's on interval. Plug it into A. Make sure that the light is on for the letter A. The first time you do this, you are not allowed to allow the marble to actually roll off the table. So when the marble comes through the photo gate, I'm going to need somebody here to catch it. Okay, you're not allowed to let it drop. But here's the idea of what's supposed to happen. Your ramps have several different markings on them. Pick one and use that so that you get consistent results, because you're going to have to roll this at the beginning of the lab, and then at the very, very end, you're going to have to do it all over again to hit your target. So find a marking and try to be consistent, and you're just going to let the marble roll, and then you're going to predict where it lands, put your target there, and hopefully you will make it land in the target. The instructions say what the diameter of the marble is in centimeters. Once again, convert that to meters. You have one little data table today so that you can record the numbers that you get. So from the marble rolling through, it gives me a time here. That was the instantaneous time, or the time as the marble rolled through the photo gate, to give you your instantaneous velocity. This will be the velocity that the marble has as it is launched off of the table. So you will use that as your VI in the horizontal or in the X direction. And so you have a place to put those values. Please understand that the diameter of the marble and this time are only used to calculate that initial horizontal velocity. As you go through your calculations, you'll see on my little poster here, I have a designated place just to record your data, and here is your VI. After that, you will have to do calculations using only this initial velocity. This time from the photo gate will not be used again, okay? And I will try to help you understand what you're doing. The instructions are telling you that you are going to measure the height of your table. This will be the vertical displacement that your marble is going to experience. And so that is a number that you will use later to help you calculate your time. So by now you should understand how to take the D equals VIT plus 1/2 AT squared formula and rearrange that in order to solve for time. So you will do your calculation to get the time that it took for the marble to hit the ground. That is how long the marble is in the air while it is also traveling horizontally. The next thing you're being asked to calculate is the horizontal displacement. So the time you just calculated, that is the time you're going to use in the next calculation for your horizontal displacement. So you're going to use the velocity that you found right here, the time that you calculated in the previous step of the lab, to determine what that horizontal distance is. That's where you are going to measure out on the floor and place your target so that hopefully your marble will hit the target and you will get 100 for the lab. Okay? We will give you more information, obviously, in class, but this is a general idea of how you set it up and where your numbers should come.